with our Eternals content, though we have finished our characters. That is because we have an epic quest.
That's right. We have a little bit of more of a unique epic quest as opposed to our different ones. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Story begins.
The story begins. Oh wow, I like this art.
Yeah. So what's interesting about this, I'll go ahead and briefly go through some of the developer notes as this plays through. But what makes this specific epic quest more interesting is that there are actually separate storylines for each Eternal. For this first update, as of course the first available Eternals are going to be Makari, Cersei, and Icarus. And after you clear the prologue, which is currently being run through now, you're going to be given an option to choose one of three. And the reason why you have to be careful with what you choose is that once you choose a character's specific story, you have to complete it before you can move on to the next story. I don't know if I want to reveal too much just yet, so I'm actually going to go ahead and move to the rest of the viewers when this goes live. So what's going to happen first, as I mentioned, there's going to be a prologue. And after you get to prologue, as you mentioned, you're going to get to these next Eternals. And as you mentioned, for those of you who are wondering where the other Eternals are going to be, have no fear, they will be released in a future update. And you can see there's a variety of different, as for normal, for each epic quest, you're going to be following a lot of objectives. Now, this isn't really visually appealing to see. We want you guys to actually experience it firsthand. So I'm actually going to go ahead and list for you what the developers listed, what will happen if you choose said stories. For example, for those of you who want to go with Cersei's first story, when choosing Cersei, at the start of her story, you will be given a tier 2 Cersei, and by completing it, you'll be able to transcend her potential. Makari will be the character that will be available for the deluxe package, and by completing that, you'll be able to grow her to tier 2. For Icarus, upon starting his story, you will get a tier 2 Icarus, and upon completing the story, as per other epic quests, you will be able to grow a tier 3 Icarus. So that's something to look forward to. Once again, in order to move on to the next story, you have to complete that said story, and then you can be able to move on. So there's a lot to go through for each. This is a very unique case, so we look forward to seeing what you guys have to say for the update. And that does it for the content for V7.55.
All right, but